This is my demo of an RTS game that I'm creating. As you can see, when I pick my builder, I get a couple of buttons with live data. All this data is real and not hard written. And this is a soldier, and this is a builder. If I select both, the build menu doesn't come up, but the builder will do the harvesting, and if you select him by himself, he can build stuff. And over here we got some builders, and they can together harvest, and you'll see the dark matters going up. And then if I put them away and you kind of zoom in here, the pit, the quantity is starting to regenerate. So this is going to be kind of like metal fatigue, where the lava pits never really run out. They can always recharge, but basically you move from one, deplete it, and go to the next, and by the time you're done with the next, depending on how big your army is, you can come back and get some more. And so just to show that I have control of the situation, if we open up the content browser, so this is the variant that I'm working with, and so this is my game. Everything in this folder is what I've built, and so in the blueprints folder of my folder, I have structures, and I can say, let's put a crystal node right here, and then I just drag it in the level, and then I can play. And it's building the navigation right now, because there's a new actor. So that's a problem, but this can probably still go harvest it if it gets close enough. Yep, you see the crystals start going up, and I can tweak all the different, balancing, but dark matter is going to be the primary resource, and then you're going to have a converter that converts that to the other resources that you need. For example, fire barracks, you need one lava, and then within the barracks there's also some specific units. So let me go to the content browser again. In my data, AI helped explain to me how to set it up. I have data structures like unit data that show how much things cost. That's actually not what I want. I want building data. No. Okay, so these data are basically what talks to these data tables. So these data structures talk to these data tables based on rows, and then here is the stuff where I get to create like new meshes, and like I have a frost demon and a fire spider. Where does it say that? Okay, these are the two barracks. Hold on, let me find my data. There's enumerators. See, these are more categories. I want the actual data of the units. Huh. I guess I want units. No. structures, frost barracks. Weird. Let's see if I can figure this out. I remember basically there's a fire spider and there's a frost demon. Didn't I just see that? Yeah, there we go. Sorry. So this expands, and then you get the frost demon, and you get to set how much he costs and how long it takes to build him, and his HP, and you can just easily adjust these values. So I could just right now I could just create a new like thing, and I could just be like, oh, this guy's gonna be Earth, and he's gonna cost 100, let's say 1,000 dark matter, and he takes 100 time, and his HP is 1,000, and then I'm gonna make it so he costs a crystal because those are rare. Okay, and then I will rename him Earth Man, and I can adjust. I can adjust the display name. Display name Fire Spider. Display name. Earthman. So Earthman, he's gonna be an alpha because so the alphas are gonna be able to change their type to have an advantage. So even though he's Earth, if he gets attacked by fire, he'll turn into water automatically, or he'll request the commander to do that. I haven't decided. But yeah, they'll be like shapeshifters. And yeah, I think instead of the combat system, which I loved in Metal Fatigue, maybe it'll just be like shapeshifting abilities. So it's kind of like Pokemon. And then BP class. This part I don't actually know if it... That's my basic unit class. But I'll set those to the children if I make children. But anyway, going back to the game. Now we have a game where I can tell this builder to go over there. I can also tell this builder to look out over here. He's not a builder, but I can say go over there and check that out. Now this guy is bugging out and not getting the lava. Now he started, but I'll make an animation so that's obvious. And I forgive the developers of Metal Fatigue for their buggy game because I'm seeing all the same bugs. And so the resources are going up, and then it'll say new resource discovered for the soldier. Like, see, it says resource discovered. Soldiers can discover resources, but they're not actually harvesting anything. So this guy would go over here to get the ice to go up. And this guy, he's getting the lava. If I want a diverse team, then I would have, instead of them both getting crystals, I would have one of them. Look, see, the crystals are already depleted, so good resource management is I would send this guy over here, and actually both of them, to give this thing a chance to regenerate. And now I'm getting the dark matter, and so I can already build. Obviously the lava and ice need to be harder to harvest, and I was going to have special builders for those. I haven't decided how the whole game's gonna work, but it's cool. So that's the game. Thank you. I mean, I'll be updating it. Let me show you what I'm updating it to. I'm updating it to um, this is my website. This is my blog. This is my first-person shooter Unreal game demo. You can watch. And then this is my vision on what the game's going to actually look like. And this is where the ghost preview logic will look like, where you're the hover vet and it shows you where you're going to build something. And this is the fire barracks and the fire guys. And that's the menu of the water barracks up here. But yeah, that is Eye in the Sky. First preview.